Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company is a county agency wholly owned by the county government. And therefore, our key and main shareholder is the county government. And so the AGM is an event where we have the interaction with the shareholder so that they can get to know of our performance and development so far as a company. Shareholders, in line with our memorandum and articles of association, our key shareholder is the governor of the county. He is not here with us today, but I know there is enough representation of the shareholder. The other shareholder is our county executive committee member for water, environment, natural resources and climate change. She was here with us and she's here with us because she doubles in two ministries at the moment and she is having another function. She will be here with us in due time. We also have the other shareholder who also doubles as the county executive committee member for finance, budgets, economic planning, ICT, and e-government. The county secretary Kakamega will be joining us also in due time. We also invited the county attorney, the CEO of the Victoria North Water Works Development Agency. We invited Masrep. We invited the CEO for our company. And in our midst, we also have the CEO IOD. IOD is the Institute of Directors. Is here, there's an agenda which will be taking us to the fundamental. So without much ado, I know the MD has stepped out, but he will be leading us through the welcoming remarks and introduction. Karibuni sana to our AGM. The requirements that we ought to go out at least 21 days before the date of the notice. And so the first agenda was the secretary to read out the notice convening the meeting. The second, confirmation of quorum. The third, adoption of the agenda. The fourth, minutes of the last AGM company held on 16th October 2023. Agenda 5, to receive and present the audited financial statements of the company for the financial year ended June 2023, together with the directors and auditors reports thereon. Agenda 6, to reappoint the office of the Auditor General as the auditors for the company in line with the memorandum and articles of association for the company, as well as the provisions of the Companies Act 2015. Agenda 7, to deliberate and approve the auditor's remuneration for the year ending 2023 and to authorize the auditors to fix remuneration for the year ending June 2024. Agenda 8, to approve a motion by the board secretary and authorize the board secretary to effect changes at the company's registry to amend the company's memorandum and articles of association to align to the recommendations of the regulator as per the WASREB corporate governance standards for the water sector 2024. Agenda 9, to determine and ratify the board remuneration. Agenda 10, to adopt the board evaluation report. And agenda 11, to transact any other business with the permission of the chair, provided that such business is joined within 7 days of the receipt of this notice. Chair, I would like to report we never received any communication with any other business that will be transacted today.
I'm happy to have you today for our AGM, which is very critical as part of our license condition. We shall have an opportunity to have an independent auditor take us through what we look like, our image to the public. Otherwise, I want to say thank you very much. We today note the guest. We have our guest, the shareholder, and it will be very important that we give them more time to interact with us because something which comes once in a year. For us, we meet every week and every month, and we can discuss our in-house issues. But for today, it's a special day for our shareholder.
Our county attorney, chief officer, Mr. Swinji, members of the board of directors, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, it is another great day for us to be here for our AGM, and we'll try to make it brief as much as we can so that we are able to catch up with other things and also to make good use of the time that we have together. I would like to start by introducing members of the board, the directors who are present. Directors, please. So let's start from the right.
Good morning. I'm Jane Mitai, a member of Audit and Risk, Technical and Environment Committees.
I'm Jambon. I'm Robert Ochano, Chairman for Finance.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. I'm Mary Kundu, Chair of Audit and Risk Assurance, and also a member of Resource Mobilization.
Good morning to all of us. My name is Jeremy, sitting in Finance Committee. I'm representing the Office of the Chief Officer of Finance, the alternate director in the Office of the Chief Officer of Finance.
Yes, good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Kandan. I'm a member of the
Chairman, I am Director Chongani. I'm the chairman of Resource Mobilization, a member of the Finance Committee, and also by extension, the chairman of the Welfare Board of Directors. Thank you.
Allow me to just read through a small document that I've prepared for today. Not do much elaboration because most of what I'm going to mention we are already aware of. So just to help us to touch base and be able to move on, let me read through it. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company, I would like to welcome you to this auspicious occasion, the company's annual general meeting, AGM for 2024. This meeting is a fulfillment of a legal and regulatory requirement, as well as an opportunity for us to meet and interact with our number one shareholder and also a key stakeholder, the sole shareholder of Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company, who will be represented at today's meeting by our county secretary, who also doubles up as the CEC member for finance. Provision of water and sanitation services is our key business. Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company, that's KACWASCO, is a water service provider established pursuant to the provision of the Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Act of 2021. Incorporated under the Companies Act of 2015, the company is wholly owned by the county government of Kakamega. As per the license issued by WASREP, the company covers 4 areas and 5 schemes, namely Kakamega, Chitoli, Tindinyo, Mumias, Shinyalu, Muranda, Butere, Malava, and Kipkaran, Lumakanda. And I'm happy that we've already noted that the people responsible for those areas and those schemes are seated here to listen to the proceedings of this meeting and also to be informed directly from our auditors on issues that the auditor has noted from our performance. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the support of the county government to KACWASCO. in realization of our mandate in furtherance of the manifesto for His Excellency the Governor under the slogan, Amasi Mulyango. As you know, that is our salutation, because this is something that we are so passionate about, and we really want to say that we take position and we take responsibility of making sure that Amasi Mulyango is feasible the way His Excellency the Governor of Kakamega, FCPA Fernandez Barasa, has clearly spelled out in his manifesto. In fact, if you think about it seriously, you can be able to come to the conclusion which I have already come to, that is, water makes the difference. Water is what is going to make the difference in the political life of His Excellency the President. It's the same issue that is going to make the difference in the political and the leadership of His Excellency the Governor of Kakamega. Because so many things have been said about water, so much is yet to be done about water. So this is the opportunity that if we realize Amasi Mulyango, then we shall have supported the manifesto of the Governor, and his re-election in 2027 will be very easy. So we have a big responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, of making sure that this slogan, Amasi Mulyango, is really feasible and is a reality in Kakamega County. Water and sanitation service provision is a key pillar, as you all know, in the manifesto of His Excellency the Governor. The county government has continuously supported the company by allocating funds towards water infrastructural development, which is key to the company for a proper service provision to the Kakamega County citizenry. Ladies and gentlemen, as a water service provider, KACWASCO is regulated by Water Service Regulatory Board, that is WASREB. The company has made major milestones in strive for compliance. In 2021, WASREB granted KACWASCO a 5-year tariff. The same year, KACWASCO was granted a license, and the license is supposed to run from 2024 up to 2029. But we have a role to play for that license to be in place, because it is a license that we all know that has what is called license compliance. So it is very important that we be in compliance with the license conditions. And that's why from the audited report, we want to be here to pick out any areas where there is a shortfall, so that we make up and make sure that we are complying completely to the license condition that was given to us by WASREB. Otherwise, it is possible for WASREB to stop or to recall the license and tell us that we are recalling the license, we are no longer going to provide this service to the people of Kakamega. Ladies and gentlemen, in view of the visionary leadership desired by the Board of Directors, we have undertaken a mid-year review of our 5-year strategic plan with 5 key themes geared towards fulfilling our key mandate. The themes are well drafted, taking into consideration the key performance indicators provided by WASREB. The board is closely monitoring management's implementation of the strategic plan in order to ensure proper implementation. Again here, for our guests who are here, I would like to assure you that we have a board that is in a class of its own. And today, later today, we will be hearing how the board was rated through the board evaluation exercise that was undertaken early in October. And the main person who carried out the board evaluation is here with us, and he will attest to the fact that this is a very unique board. You can even see from the turnout, we turn out for meetings punctually. Our presence, or we don't even talk about somebody being absent. So we are a very unique board, committed to its purpose and to its goals. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude today, we are gathered here to assure our shareholder that we are up to task in delivering the mandate bestowed on us. Our board of directors has undergone relevant trainings, including board induction and corporate governance, public procurement and public finance management, governance audit, and internal controls. The board has also initiated a restructuring process that will help align the company structure towards effective delivery of our mandate. We have formulated various policies, and County Attorney, we thank you that you've always been part of this, that we are again maybe on record to be a board that has already formulated, validated, and approved 11 policies in 1 year. We are currently working on 6 more policies, and that all put together really gives us the way forward on how we are supposed to move to ensure that Amanzi is delivered to the doorstep. So we are set for that, and the policies are there for us to look at and to review from time to time to make sure that we are on course.
Good afternoon. I'm up with lunch. Thank you very much. I'm not sure a lot. Finance is where the auditing lies. I'm the chair. And I'm glad that if I look at the audit report, we are supposed to have worked a lot and qualified. Because the things I saw, and things you have done, like giving out master. So you say that you gave them letter out. That's something you have done for us to remove that question out of it. And maybe on the side of the budgeting, I would feel that maybe, I remember this particular auditing, this same issue was issued when we had the other budget, or the other audit. We were budgeting for things that we don't have. Yeah? And I think we are ready for that. Where we are saying that we are likely to get some money from donors. Yeah? And you don't know that's why you are saying what we spend against the budget. The budget was too high, but we are ready to spend. So maybe in the future, I think if we did what we are going to do, all that one was going to be cut out of that. And what I was surprised, what I was wondering, in this case, the normal auditing, after these people have gone through our papers, usually have what we call exit meeting. And if you are that exit meeting, I think that you feel like for having no document, master of it, you would have sent them out. So maybe in the future, before the auditors leave, I request that we have a thorough exit meeting with them so that we cannot have this. But in general, I'm happy with the audit. It's better than what we had last time. But I'm sure if we go by that way, we are doing the right thing. Lastly, revenue. We have heard my friend Director Chungani says, we also need to have, we don't want to look at the directors, but we also look at, but now you see, we cannot think what you don't have. Can you think what you don't have? So push your people, so that when it comes next time, we have mobilized our staff.
Directors, management, all our staff. I think this has been a session where we bear it all. Yeah, it's a session where we learn where we are, and we are calling a spade, not a big spoon. And for that matter, for me, as somebody who is in charge of audit and risk assurance, it It tells us exactly what we have been saying. I don't think there is anything that we have been told here that we haven't told management, meaning that whatever resolutions the board gives, it is so important that they are taken seriously and they are implemented. And that's why we track the implementation of our resolutions. And if you look at the resolutions that we have presented or that have been presented to management, there is a very high percentage that has not been implemented. So it is coming out. Ni kama ukiwa na kidonda unaficha, lakini it keeps mounting until finally it bursts. So when it bursts, it must be pressed, isn't it? So this is the same thing that we are talking about. No matter how much revenue we produce, no matter how many facilities we put in place that are able to generate the revenue of the capacity that we are talking about. Let's say Tindinho gave us the right capacity, the new structure gives us another high capacity, and we are having enough water. But so long as 45% of that water is being wasted as non-revenue water, we are having a very big loss. So what is very important and very clear is we must address non-revenue water. And we must go down to the drawing board and determine what is the cost of our non-revenue water. Once we determine what is the cost of our non-revenue water, we should be able to tell where we are losing water. We must know where are we bleeding, why are we anemic, where are we bleeding. That is what's very important. And for that, I just want to thank you that if we stick to the rules, we will succeed. But if we break the rules, we will fail. Thank you.
I think, as the chair said, I will treat time as a resource, so I won't belabor the point. Mine is to appreciate the board and the management. I think you have done so well to put in the effort. I'll speak of the audit report. I think in a race, we usually have what you call the gold, the silver, and the bronze. Those are the top three. We have gotten the second best medal, which is the silver. I think let us study to get what the gold. We get what you call a clean report. Then I won't go to the issue of non-revenue. I think she has captured it very well. It was one of the things that I wanted to stress on, but she has captured it very well. The second thing, Chair, is the aspect of goodwill. There is goodwill on the part of the shareholder. Let us incorporate the shareholder as a key stakeholder in terms of us netting the revenue that has not been paid. I think that is very important. Let us loop in the shareholder so that we get the bills that have not been paid. I think, Chair, that is very critical for us. Otherwise, we have potential in terms of consumers on the ground. Let us be able to cut down on the aspect of non-revenue. That is all I want to do.
Thank you. The management and the board, I will also be very brief. First of all, I want to appreciate all of us, the management and the board. We are doing well and we are taking this cumbersome. Relating to the report we have received, I think we are on the right trajectory. We are on the right trajectory because in audit there will be issues. There is no way you can be perfect. But I'm particularly impressed because the issues raised are not issues that we want as a company. I'm also very happy how the response is given to the issues raised were quite satisfactory. I just want to ask and to urge the management to this issue the legal findings that pointed out is something we can do. Thank you so much. We are moving in the right direction. Thank you.
Chair, I have listened to today's report and compared to the other report when I was still 2 days old as a director. This report is fair compared with the previous report. And even the gaps there, they are very minimal. probably is because of the good work directors have done in the last 6 months. Yes. And I want to encourage, if we go this way, then we will not have any yellow cards or red cards. Because now it's like we are getting into the right direction. I'm happy with this report for the first time, and compared to the other reports that have been written about KACWASCO. The WASREP report was traumatic to us. It was not encouraging. I think we might be moving away from the old culture to the new culture, where some of us belong. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now that the company is going independent, we need to do a lot of resource mobilization. Where you find there is a problem, use our potential. You've heard the main shareholder say, use diplomats like Jungani. He pointed at me twice. And you saw him also whisper to me something there after getting the certificate. He was telling me to go and solve the problem at Maraba, which I can do. Just in a Busa place there, around the Shekhambi, sit there for 1 hour or 2 hours. I'll bring you the report that you want. Otherwise, as Sandeni Sana, the management, I've always spoken for you, indirectly or directly. I also sympathize and emphasize for you. I want you to be where you belong, but help us to generate more money. Let us reduce the loss of money in the company. If we reduce the loss of money in the company and bring more, then we're going to achieve our targets and we'll move in the best band that the bands that have been read by the BLO here, so that we improve and even they upgrade your salaries. You need to enjoy like any other person. You are human beings and you need to enjoy out of the work you are doing. Thank you so much.
I'm happy about the comments that have been alluded to by our account secretary. I call upon the finance team to take advantage of that new branch to ensure we collect our revenue. Because now, the person who is supposed to pay from the health is our own Minister for Water. He's the acting Waziri for Health. And then the Council Secretary who has been pushing for this payment is now the Finance Minister. Now, what else do we need? Thank you very much, Chair and board members. We commit to implement these board resolutions. We believe that we shall continuously improve our performance. On the time that you have donated to me, Chair, if you allow me just maybe my management also, one from the section heads or area managers, because they're the people we work with. If at all I donate a minute to one of the senior managers, can agree, just give a comment, and then I'll give either to a section head or area manager, whoever is ready, just also to give a minute so that we feel part and parcel of this conversation. Otherwise, thank you very much, Chair.
First, on behalf of the area managers, we want to really appreciate the board and the management, senior management, that this 2023 financial year, as reported by the Auditor General's Office, we have very minimal and minor issues raised. To me, and on behalf of the management, we really say thank you. We do not take it for granted that we have, in fact, from the statement of the Auditor General, he said, I am convinced that there are no serious issues raised that money was misused. That is a very powerful statement. I read from that. Number two, through the board, there is the issue of non-revenue water, which we have talked, and I'm happy that the board is so much concerned, and even the principal shareholder is so much concerned. But I want to, on behalf of the managers, the area managers, especially the area managers where we are the people on the ground, I want to request that under the Water Act 2021 for the county, we are requesting that the board of directors and the major shareholder to come in so strongly on the issue to do with the destruction of the pipelines. And we have mentioned in our report, management has already given in their response that this is where, and Madam Mary has been very passionate about it in her speech. We find that after investing so heavily as KACWASCO, within 2 months, the entire extension has been destroyed by the same county agency under the Ministry of Public Works and Roads. So we are humbly requesting, and we also believe that the staff and the management were also stakeholders in KACWASCO. We are requesting that we take back the ball as we do our part, kindly. And I want to really appreciate Madam Mary Kundu, who has been really pushing even some of the directors in our area, Mumias, where entire almost 10 kilometers pipeline has been destroyed. So we are requesting again to you that kindly support the management to address this non-revenue issue, non-revenue water issue.
Directors, chairman, and all the directors, fellow management, without on behalf of the CMT, be very brief and to the point. For us, we are very grateful from the report that we did. We are looking forward to the next report. If possible, we should have an unqualified report. And we need to improve on our performance. We have seen that non-revenue water is the first thing on our report that we can have a qualified report. We are working very hard. The main issues are already talked about them, what we need to tackle down. The next step, naturally, is for us, management, come together with the director and have a sit and have a look for on what staging has actually done, where to meet. I also looking forward as we are implementing our balance scorecard, so that we can do our evaluation also, and also run. That is to give a picture. So we are looking for that day to do our evaluation after the performance scorecard. Yes, that is a summary of the report. Thank you.
This afternoon, I'm very honored to have joined this meeting. Indeed, a very great meeting, the AGM for our big brother. I know that in KACWASCO, I doubt whether we have had any, but it is a good beginning for us also to see what our big brother is doing so that we can learn. There are quite a number of takeaways, and I want to thank the chairman. I want to thank the MD. He notified me this morning that there is an AGM, and he requested me to attend. Thank you so much indeed. Indeed, I want to actually say that we are receiving a lot of support as KACWASCO from our big brother, KACWASCO. And I want, on behalf of the company, I want to register my appreciation. The MD, Engineer Gold, has been very supportive. The chairman of the board has been very supportive. Every time we meet in forums, I don't miss a word from him. And I get so encouraged and so energized. Because I've just realized from the talkings here and the sentiments from board members and other people who have spoken, that we are almost sharing the same issues and challenges. Only that now, probably, your challenges are on a higher note, and since we are your young brother, we are trying also to keep up with the pace. The issue of destruction of pipelines is the same across board. When I hear you crying about the pipelines destruction, it is the same case that we are going through. And I think this is where there is a certain disconnect between the water service providers and the county government. And I think a serious conversation needs to be done so that we know how we can be able to reconcile this. But I want to support the chairman when he said that it is not a matter of requesting. When Sachitechi was using the word requesting and the chairman refused, I support him 100%. Because this is destroying our companies on a very high level. You can't purchase high quality pipes and then they are destroyed all of a sudden. And there is no the support that is given, the reason that is given is not even encouraging at all. It's like we are left on our own to be able to figure out how we are going to replace them.
Over is on Monday, so I'll not talk much. But I just want to congratulate you for hosting this event, because as the CS said, most organizations, or rather several organizations, are not able to hold AGMs for known reasons. But my main concern is that the shareholder is going home empty because there are no dividends. The board and the staff are also going home sad because there are no bonuses. For the simplest reason, we've not made profit, except that process. And when I look at the settlement of the changes in equity, I see you have accumulated losses of close to 300 million. So you know what to do as the board of management. I don't want to go in that direction. But please work smart, work hard if it's possible, so that you can come back to profitability, so that when we meet next year, I think all of you will go home smiling. Mr. Chairman, I just want to confirm that once I settle the department, I'm going to work close with you to sort out all the issues that you raise. Thank you so much. I'll
all directors for your just summary feeling, and also thank you very much for those who have said something on behalf of the management. We all realize, that officially we are talking about 45% NRW. It's just equivalent to saying that if we make 100 million, we lose 45 million. So our concern is how do we bring that figure down? Because it is hurting us. And all that you have said is very much in line with what we want to follow up as a board. And it has been minuted. So the follow-up and the action plan is what is going to determine the difference. If we just talk about it towards the end of 2024 and 2025, from January 1st, we continue as usual, then we will not be meaningful. We shall have lost the meaning. So let's all be determined that this figure is disturbing us officially. We had talked of it as having come down to 37%. But officially now from the audited report, we have had to adopt that we are at 45, so that we intensify the fight. And I'm sure the board is going to be very, very keen on that figure. There are areas like destruction of our pipelines. This one, you kept using the word requesting, and I really felt that we should not be requesting. This one we are going to be demanding. We can't allow it. Yeah, we can't allow it. So we just demand. About boreholes, again, when we don't, we have a big problem of rationing water. Why, we are giving people, we are provoking them and asking them to look for alternatives. So again, we cannot just stop them. The challenge is on our side. Because if we were able to satisfy them, then they will not even think about sinking those boreholes. But because we are rationing water, people are getting water maybe twice in a week, some only for maybe 3 or 2 hours per week, then they are forced to think of alternative sources of water, because we know you can't do without water. Water makes the difference. So you have to look for an alternative if you are provoked, the way we are provoking those people to look for boreholes. Engineer Celsius has pointed out on something very important, and I hope the management will think about this. We want to have a session with the management as a board, so that we can freely, discuss our status. They say that you should understand your season. We must sit together and understand our season. I want to wish you a happy and prosperous new year, that is 2025. And let's hope that all together we shall be committed to taking KACWASCO to the next level of success. In order for us to do that, we should remember what Professor Kireri taught us, that there are things that we must stop doing. There are other things that we must continue doing, and there are things that we must start doing. I think if we remember that from a professor of his level, it will help us. So thank you very much.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. My Father and by God, we bow down before you to give you thanks for a successful meeting. We have had a very good meeting, Father. And we just thank you because we come to your presence and Father, we sing your praise. We also want to pray for all the discussions that we have had, that we may be able to implement whatever we have discussed here. Father, we are able to do it with your guidance. Lord, we want to pray that as we depart, may your mercies be with us. May we find favor with you in everything that you are planning to do. Bless us, O Lord, in this your gifts that we are about to receive from your bounty, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Today we are having a very important function, the annual general meeting for the year 2024. As we all know, it is a requirement by our regulator, our Water Service Regulatory Board, to at least have an AGM. I can say that we are pleased that the shareholder was able to grace the occasion and that they have really promised a good support to the company on issues to do with the capital investment and also to help us improve our operational efficiency. So this is a very fundamental day in our calendar because we have been able to fulfill our legal mandate as a company. To our consumers and customers across the board, we are pleased for your continued support and that you have been able to get a feedback in all the areas that we are serving across the Kakamega County. We urge you to continue giving us the feedback and reporting to us the issues that affect our operation. Basically, the company has been losing a lot of water through pipeline destruction and through illegal connection. We call upon all our customers and the stakeholders that wherever you see any water burst, water leakages, or people who are using water without a meter, please feel free to report to us within our offices and or give us a call. Your support is counted and your support shall be appreciated. We thank also our staff. They have been very resilient in service provision, working even beyond working hours, working even at night to ensure that we serve people. And a major challenge that we have been having as a Kakamega County is a water deficit. We know that the infrastructure that we are using currently was installed long time ago, and the population has increased, and therefore we have a very big deficit. But we thank the Kakamega County government for actually trying to address the shortage by rehabilitation of Kakamega all treatment works, the one which is situated at Savona. We believe that in the near future, in the next maybe 1 or 2 months, we shall be able to commission the Savona treatment works, and this one shall give us additional of around 6,500 cubic meters of water per day to be able to address acute challenges of water, which has initiated rationing within Kakamega town. So we call upon our customers to be resilient, and we believe that our services shall be improved. We thank you everyone, and we call upon your continued support and cooperation. Thank you.